Extreme Guest Essentials is an advanced guest network management tool that also provides deep insights into the guest network usage. All of this is included at no extra cost with a pilot subscription. You could create and manage multiple splash templates for a single guest SSID, all within Guest Essentials itself. Options for social media login, sponsored guest access, and one-time passwords are among the many different types of guest onboarding supported by Guest Essentials. So let's take a look. After subscribing to Guest Essentials, you'll be greeted by a default dashboard. Here we can see statistics of our guest network based on how it's been configured. You can see users online, how many email, SMS messages are sent, for example, for one-time passwords, as well as social media logins. You can look at multiple locations and performance on the map. You can use the interactive widgets to drill in for more detail. For example, new versus return users. We also have trending reports and user dwell time. Now, to drill into the heart of Extreme Guest Essentials, we will select this More Insights button. This is where we'll do all of our configuration and management for guest. We have a default dashboard, and we have the ability to create new dashboards. It's very simple to create one. You just select Create New, drag and drop a stencil, and then choose the widgets that you wish to view. Then click Save. The next step is the configuration screen. Here, you can create all of the different policies for onboarding your guest users, and you can add them into user groups. You'll be able to view information of the locations, for example, or networks that are being used and tied into the guest. And you can look at the devices that are using the guest network. We can create notification policies. This is where you will allow things like email or SMS messaging. You can customize the body going out in emails or the SMS text messages. And then we also have our onboarding policies. This is where things get very advanced. So you can use the ability to create your sponsored guest access based on user email domain. So in this case, for example, a user connects to a guest network. They put in the email address of the person they're visiting. That person gets the email and they select allow, and then you're on the network. But you can also set this up to say, I want somebody to only have 4 or 5 devices. So there's a different type of, or a different way of doing each onboarding scenario. And that's done here in the policies. And then you can initiate these rules and trigger those based on what you want your guest network to do. We have our splash template management. So here you can see some of the system templates that we have. Accept and connect. You can have the email access. You've got your sponsored guest access as well as social Wi-Fi. You can select your user template, and this is where you're going to upload your templates. So you can have multiple templates in this page, and you can assign them to the same SSID across the globe, but each one can be assigned to a specific location. For example, we select this, we choose our location, we choose the SSID we want to apply it to, and then we hit apply, and that splash page will be uploaded to that location. You could create splash templates directly within Guest Essentials by selecting the Add button. And just like the dashboards, we have layouts. You can drag and drop your layouts, and then we have some widgets here. HTML references, so you can reference something outside of the splash page. Your social media login, for example, maybe some images. And you can slowly build up what your pages look like. The same with the welcome and your failure pages. And then you can save that. You have the ability to look at the users on your network and download that information for further use. Or you could just drill in and take a look at that user information right here within Guest Essentials. We can also do the same with endpoints. Last but not least, for our visibility, we have the Analyze. So we can actually look at the users that are connected into our network, and we can look at what type of information they have. So where are they? And then we can drill in and take a look at the source, for example, Google, which network they were connected to, which group they're a part of, and how they were registered. The first step into configuring ExtremeGuest Essentials is to opt in or select the subscription button. When doing so, you may be prompted to add any wireless LANs pre-configured into ExtremeGuest Essentials. Otherwise, you will configure your network to talk to ExtremeGuest Essentials. To configure the guest network to work with Guest Essentials, navigate to Configure Network Policies. Create your wireless LAN or your guest network. Make sure it's open and enable Advanced Guest Access. Here we'll be able to create the wall garden to allow the social media logins and access. We can create multiple profiles, for example, different VLANs for each guest user that's going to connect. And we can create profiles and tie them into the roles that we created within Guest Essentials. Once we click Save, we can apply these profiles to specific access points within our network, and we will begin viewing and using Guest Essentials.